Have you ever wondered what games you should keep or you should lose? Find out here at Purge Reviews.
Disney's The Magic Kingdom game was a board game sold at the Magic Kingdom or at the Disney parks. And it's all about running through the parks and riding the rides that you want to ride. Or at least in this case, the rides you randomly assigned at the beginning of the game. You can get Mickey's and Donald's autographs, which will help you block event cards that are played. You can ride the railroad. You can go ride Small World or Big Thunder Mountain or Space Mountain. Whatever you want to ride, you can do so in this game. And the game has a really cool 3D look. The Mickey and Donald are like these metal. They look fantastic. All the components are really good. The board is bright. It's colorful. Your kids are going to like it. It's a roll and move, and we have different branching paths you can go down. You have event cards you can play. The game is simple. It's intended to be for children, and it is a children's game. But man, if you are a Disney fan at all, in particular the Disney parks, you are going to adore and you're going to love this game because it really brings you back to a time period. Now, there are some rides missing from today because they weren't built yet when this game came out, and perhaps there are some rides in here that are no longer there. Nevertheless, I do remember going to Disney in this time period, and I love playing this game for the nostalgia feel, and the game isn't bad either. Of course, it's a roll and move. I get that. But there is a race around. You go on the railroad. You want to take this shortcut. And those are the decisions. Not so much how many spaces I'm going to move. That's going to be determined by the die. But where I move, how I get there, and what I'm going to do in the meantime. Do I stop and spend a little time with Mickey because it'll help me block an event later? These are choices that your kids are making in the game. And it's brilliant for having it in this game and not just being a simple race game, a simple roll and move. Kudos to them. I can't believe this game was sold at the parks. It no longer is. The Battleship ripoffs and the Monopoly ripoffs are there. You're starting to see things like Jungle Cruise come in there, but this is a game that would sell. I don't know why they stopped producing it. Maybe it stopped selling. I don't know. But this is when I tell you, if you can track down and you're a Disney fan, this is a keeper. Here is Disney's Magic Kingdom games. This is an old Parker Brothers game that's no longer available. You cannot purchase this brand new anymore. You can see the components when you get in here. There's going to be certain ones like the castle that's up there. It's actually the castle at Disneyland, not Disney World. You got the Haunted Mansion piece. You've got, this is no longer there. It's Mickey Mouse's house. You've got the train station. You've got Space Mountain. And you have Pirates of the Caribbean. We're going to get some dice that have stickers on them. You can see this one's a little crooked. You're going to have these nice pewter, or like real heavy Mickey and Donald pieces for the autographs. You're going to get these player markers, which signify different families kind of walking around. You can see here. They have different pictures on them, which is nice. It's a nice little touch there. And you're going to have these attraction... here's the autograph cards you can collect with Mickey and Donald's autographs on them. You have these attraction cards. These are different areas of the board you want to go to fulfill the request. And then you'll have these event cards, which have different things on them. Somebody's lost. No artwork. You get a rule book, which we'll take a look at in a few minutes. And then this will be the board itself. So let's set this aside. And this really, once you have the rides on there, really does have a 3D effect on it. So here is the board, as you can tell. And once you have the rides on it, really does have a 3D effect that you're going to see on here. These will kind of pop off in their little spaces. Very colorful. It's pretty accurate for the Disney at the time period of what you're looking at. You know, you got the Swiss Robinson Adventureland you're going through, and then Frontierland, and you have this back here. So pretty accurate for the times. And honestly, if you're walking through at this time period, this is what the park would have looked like. So kudos to them. Very bright. You know, Country Bears here. A lot of little touches. You got Peter Pan over there. Very nice. Here is the rule book. You're going to have a black and white book. It has contents but no picture of the components. It tells you how to assemble everything. And then shows you a picture of setup and exactly where everything goes. You can have a picture of gameplay over here. There are pictures, not a lot of examples per se, but the game isn't that complicated. You're going to have the pieces that you're going to have on the back here all listed out, and some questions about the event card. So probably take you 5-10 minutes to get through this. This is an old school rule book. Folds up. It's not in color, which is a bummer, and it's printed on like cheaper paper, but it's the only letdown that I found in this box.
So here's what the game's going to look like set up. You're going to put these 3D markers. It doesn't look as cool from the top-down view, but you can see they kind of pop. They really serve no gameplay purpose. They just look really cool. You put Mickey and Donald out on the A's, doesn't matter which one is where, and everybody starting out will be here at the entrance. You'll shuffle up the event cards, and everybody will start the game with one. These event cards are different things. Mickey gives you a lift, move up to 6 spaces. A fast pass. When you enter an attraction, place your card down to take another turn. It's a one-time use. Cinderella's Fairy Godmother, take another turn. Aladdin gives you a lift, move up to 4 spaces. Somebody's lost. Send another player back to the information center, which is, there might be ones that send you back like First Aid or the Main Street Parade or whatever. Send another player to any attraction. Move people around. Everybody loves a parade. Send another player to the Main Street Parade, which I just said was right there. So, these are just things that will kind of take that or just change the rules of the game a little bit. So when the game starts, there are different colors of attractions on the board. So you'll see the places are kind of themed that way. The green, you get the orange, the yellow, the pink, and the purple. So when the game starts, everybody's going to get one of each color. And when you get these will signify what rides that you want to go ride during the game in order to win. So you need to go to one in each location in order to win. So you need to see one in each, and you'll get these randomly. It'll tell you. Now, what's kind of cool about these cards are it's going to have a color, obviously. So the yellow one will be in a yellow location. The number on it will tell you which spot. So if you don't know exactly where the Hall of Presidents is, you kind of look, oh, it's 12, so it could go right there. And then also tells you some history on it. So if you want to know about, it's a small world. Take a tour around the world and hum along. More than 250 toys and 300 audio animatronic dolls wearing costumes from 100 different countries. Sing and dance to the famous tune. You'll be singing the rest of the day. So each one gives you a little bit of history about it. Nice little touch there. What you're going to do in your turn is you're going to roll the dice and you're going to move that number of spaces. And you have little markings here that you'll move along on the board. In this case, I rolled a 1, so I would move 1 space. And because if you look here on a 1 or a 2, it has a star on it. That means I get to draw an event card, and I get to put one of these into my hand. If I were to roll up enough and I was able to visit Donald, let's say I visit Donald right here, I would grab his autograph card, and I can move Donald to any other autograph spot on the board, strategically wherever I'd want to place him. Say it's there. Now, what the autograph card is going to do is if somebody plays an event card and has a negative connotation that may hurt you or help them, and you want to block it, you simply play your autograph card, getting it back to here, and you can block that card from being played. Now, the game pushes you to play these because if you do not play it and somebody else is able to grab Donald's autograph, they take the card from you. You also have these railroad spaces on the board. And if you're ever on a RR, what you'll do instead is you'll roll the railroad dice. If you successfully roll the R and R side, then you can move from any railroad station. So let's say I was here and I rolled the dice and I got nothing. I cannot move. But if I had rolled the railroad, I can move to any other railroad location on the board. So it allows me to move very quickly. But I'm taking a chance that maybe, just maybe, I'll roll nothing and I'll be stuck in my spot. So if you get to the location, let's say I was able to move over here and I'm looking for number 15 and I was able to get to 15, I could play this card down in front of me, signifying that I have accomplished it. And once you accomplish all of your rides, the first person to do that is the winner of the game. And that's how you play Disney's Magic Kingdom game.
Who should buy this game? I really don't think the market's going to be outside of a Disney fan. I don't think if you're not a Disney fan or a Disney Parks fan or Magic Kingdom fan in particular, I don't think you're going to enjoy this game. It's a simple roll and move for kids. You do have choices, though, about where you go. Do you get the autographs? Do you jump on the railroad because there's a 50% chance you won't move at all? So there's things going on. There's a decision being made, but this is for younger kids. Now, if you're a Disney fan, in particular a Magic Kingdom fan or Disney Parks fan, you're going to love this game. It's really fun to race around and ride all the rides and talk about the rides. Living here in Orlando, we visited a lot of these rides and we can actually discuss. Remember the one time we rode the Barnstormer? Remember the first time you rode Big Thunder? And it brings back a wave of nostalgia, but also family memories for us. And I'm sure that will be the same for you. Absolute keeper.